doing well with his teammates.
Yeah, and when we talked about it in the pregame, we talked about, what impressed you the most about, George Pickens out there. And to me, I talked about his yak or the yards after the catch. And once again, it came into the fold this afternoon against Kansas City. Whether it's a slant, whether it's a comeback, whatever the case may be, if he has just a little bit of space out there, he has the opportunity to take it the distance. He's what we used to call back in the day a home run threat or an explosive player. And he has that ability once he catches the football. And to me, I was really shocked about that. I thought he was just a big body receiver, kind of a jump ball guy, just kind of deep threat guy. But he can take those slants 50 yards. He can take those comebacks 60 yards. He has that much ability, and it's definitely proven dividends for this Dallas Cowboys offense.
Man, what's so impressive about him is his vision. He's his awareness. And like most players can do really well when the ball is just right here, right? I get the ball, I get my eyes up, and then I go make a play based upon what I see. And what you're talking about, Barry, is the yak yardage. He's so aware of where he's at in space once he gets the ball that he's able to do things that allow for him to get those yards after the catch. So he runs his route. He takes a snapshot of where the defense is. So when he catches the ball, he's already anticipating where the guy is going to try to make a tackle. He puts one move on him, and then he uses that elusive speed that Nate keeps talking about, and he just gobbles up yardage, okay? Talk about gobble on Thanksgiving. That's exactly what he does when he gets the ball in his hands. He's nasty. He makes contested catches, and he's one heck of a threat, as Barry said. And when you start putting so much attention on him, you forget about the other guy. Yeah,
what's his name again?
Yeah, CD.
There it is.
Land. Yeah, exactly. That guy too.
Well, I think you can really say it helps everybody out. If you've got, let's keep the Thanksgiving metaphor going, right? You've got the turkey, you've got the stuffing, right? Right next hand in hand, but you got that baste, right? That you just kind of pour over the top with the gravy or whatever you got. Yeah. Just a little extra topping on top there. All of that can be the Cowboys offense. You got George Pickens, you got CeeDee Lamb, there's your turkey, there's your stuffing. And then you got Kevontae Turpin, who had some impact plays in this game.
He did.
Saved the game with a fumble recovery, might I add. That was magnificent. It didn't make the highlight reel earlier, but phenomenal effort, and he jumped on top of it, had some pretty good plays outside of that. Ryan Flanoy. What a game Ryan Flanoy had. As a blocker, as a receiver, didn't matter. And then you could say the same thing for Jake Ferguson.
100%.
All of these guys are complete now. When's the last time you looked at a Cowboys offense, Isaiah, and said they were as dangerous and as complete as what they've put together the last few weeks?
It's been a while. And I think that one of the few teams that you could look at and say that these guys are dangerous across the board is a team that you just finished beating about a half hour ago. And that is the Kansas City Chiefs. They're one of those teams that at any given Sunday, Monday, Thursday, they could beat you with any one of those players. And I think the Dallas Cowboys are starting to become that type of team. Now, obviously, you have your two goons on the outside, but then Jake Ferguson can hurt you one day. Ryan Flanoy comes out of nowhere. Kevontae Turpin comes out of nowhere. And then you can hand the ball off to Williams. I mean, they're starting to turn into that team that can distribute the ball anywhere. And again, it has to go back to the quarterback. When that offensive line gives him time, and even when they don't, like tonight, he had to find his way out of some situations, he is making smart decisions majority of the time and distributing the ball to whoever is open. He doesn't have to force it to the playmakers. Everybody is becoming a playmaker because he's getting the ball to whoever's open on that particular play.
And I think there's a lot of that plays into how this offense is constructed, how it's continued to grow. And we've talked about George Pickens. We talked about CeeDee Lamb. Let's hear from Pickens after the game in the locker room.
Can you talk about the touchdown catch? Describe the play and what was going into it.
Yeah, I had a fade. They went red, too. I kind of knew they went red, too. He was already playing outside leverage. I looked back at the queue. Dak was still scrambling. Made a few moves, sat at the front pylon for him.
And could you talk about how the Chiefs just would not go away, but your guys' defense has been inspiring?
Yeah, that's like one of the biggest things. The defense, the guys are showing up. The guys we acquired as well, Quinnen, KC, some of the DBs, I feel like they're just showing up at a great time.
Did you have trouble looking at this one pass because the sun was in your eyes? Because it seemed like that was affecting a few guys out there.
Yeah, I definitely did. And some of the guys told me, too. That was my first time having that. Just coming on across the route, the sun was beaming in my eyes, so I couldn't even see, but made up for it.
Do you try to play on Thanksgiving? A lot of eyeballs on this game. You seem to step up.
Yeah. This is my first time really playing on Thanksgiving, but definitely, like you said, thrive for the moment. Make sure the guys and everybody else is on the same one accord. Super high, but kind of like I said after the last one, just keep going. I feel like that's what we brought into this game. Just keep going, make sure we execute, and we're going to pull off the dub.
What can you say about
George Pickens after the win, a big-time smile on his face. There's a smile on Jerry Jones' face. He comes out with a turkey leg. We're going to hear his media availability next.
I'm not going to move.
Believe it or not, it tastes pretty good. I think you guys having a lot of fun. Of course, really, I do want to say it, John Madden. It was a lot of great times. What a great win on Thanksgiving Day. So what a Thanksgiving we have about this bunch. I don't think I've ever been in a more appreciative locker room than the game that they played today against a mighty special team.
Are you Eagles a win over the Chiefs? Does it feel like this team can beat anybody in the NFL right now?
Well, I'll say this. We're playing good teams, and we're playing really good. And we're playing good on both sides of the ball, really. And so I feel good about where we are as compared to where we were. Hope our fans do. We're playing teams that are obviously hard to beat, and they don't go easy, as you can see right at the end. But what a thrill to compete at this level. I really can't say enough about how our defense is shaping up, particularly some of those guys that we have had, but they were injured, especially a couple of young ones, and they really were difference makers out there today. O'Shawn really gave them some problems, so I'm pretty proud of this bunch.
Considering the opponents the last 2 weeks, last time you've seen a better 2-game run by your team, what you did against Philadelphia and tonight against the Chiefs?
Well, under the circumstances, and of course, I don't remember a better 2 games back-to-back here at home.
Right.
And these guys played inspired. Kansas City had a nice crowd here. And so it was really important to us to play the way we did because they were here to really be there for Kansas City. So I just can't tell you the respect I have for Kansas City, job they've done. As you know, they've got some people that are very dear to me, the Hunts that live here. Lamar was so special to me early at my time in the NFL, and so I appreciate him so much. As a matter of fact, the first time we ever played him here, I gave him and his family my suite so that they could watch the game. I appreciate true founder of the NFL. So, but I am glad we've got a little trophy that he made, that I'm real proud of it, that I'm going to be happy to get that back home. Kansas City's had it for the last couple of times we played. Lamar, rather than me borrow it, show somebody one time, made me drive by in a car with my guest just to see it in the window.
Scored here in Week 13. A Thanksgiving Day win for the Cowboys, taking down the previous AFC champions, really putting a big-time dash in the hopes of Kansas City's playoff picture. Cowboys keep their playoff hopes alive as well. Back here on Cowboys OT as we wrap things up from the Star in Frisco with Barry Church, Nate Newton, and Isaiah Stanback. I'm Kyle Yeomans. Gentlemen, Cowboys take on the Lions in a week. It's a Thursday to Thursday matchup. How do they keep this thing going?
Well, you can see, the confidence and you can see the momentum really gathering with this unit overall. But what the Dallas Cowboys have got to do is that what they've done these past 3 games. Focus on the task at hand, take one game at a time, and once the season's done, you'll see where you lie, but you got to take it one game at a time.
Focus. Stay disciplined. Make sure you take care of your bodies. Do a little extra work. I'm not saying for us to go out and run, jogging, and all that. Get in the ice tub, get in the whirlpool. Make sure your bodies are ready. Just make sure, because Detroit coming to try to reverse these things, these great things.
Exactly what Nate's talking about. Get your body back right. Use this actual week to get your body healed up because it's going to be physical. Detroit's going to come and punch you in the mouth. You got to be able to bite your mouthpiece and go hit them right back in their face. Watch the film. See exactly the areas that you can go ahead and improve upon, the areas that you're doing well with. Take it up a notch.
I think that's the thing about this 3 games in 12 days sort of mentality, or really it's more like 11 days since it was going Monday to Sunday. So you take away all of those games, you put it all together. This is the stretch that's going to really test you. This is the stretch that's going to test the body, test your recovery. And, of course, out of the 3 teams, Philadelphia, Kansas City, and Detroit might be the toughest matchup for the Cowboys. But we'll have plenty of coverage on it next week as we lead into that matchup on Thursday Night Football. Jake Ferguson happy with the win. He's got the turducken going back to the locker room. Cowboys take down the Chiefs 31-28.
Welcome to Cowboys Nation Report, And today, we're talking about something that has shaken the entire NFL to its core. What the Dallas Cowboys have done over these last few weeks is not just impressive, not just exciting, not just improbable. It is a statement, a warning, and a declaration to the rest of the league that this team is not only alive, but surging, believing, evolving, and becoming the kind of team nobody wants to face in December. The 31-28 victory over the Kansas City Chiefs on Thanksgiving wasn't just another game, it was a turning point. It was the type of win that rewrites narratives, silences critics, and lights a fire under a fan base that has waited far too long for a team that feels this capable. 4 days earlier, they beat the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Then, on the biggest regular season stage of the year, they walked into a heavyweight matchup and knocked off the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs. In less than a week, the Cowboys beat last season's 2 Super Bowl teams. That doesn't happen to an average franchise. That doesn't happen to a team trying to survive. That happens to a team that found its identity exactly when the season demanded it. And let's make this clear. Dallas is doing all of this without Micah Parsons, without several key defensive pieces, after a storm of internal challenges, including the emotional weight of losing teammate Marshawn Kneeland. A lesser team breaks under that kind of pressure. This team did the opposite. They united, they sharpened, they elevated. We're watching a team that walked through the fire and came out stronger. Dak Prescott is playing the best football of his career. This is not hype, this is not Cowboys media spin, this is real. He is commanding this offense with complete control, confidence, and precision. Against Kansas City, 320 yards, multiple clutch fourth quarter plays, and that 51-yard bomb to CeeDee Lamb from the shadow of his own end zone. That moment was not lucky. It was leadership. It was poise. It was the play of a quarterback who knows the season is on his shoulders and is thriving under that weight. And CeeDee Lamb responded like a true superstar. After a rough game against the Eagles with uncharacteristic drops, he came into this matchup and dominated one of the most respected defenses in the NFL. 7 catches, 112 yards, a statement game, a redemption game. And right beside him, George Pickens continued to prove why this duo is becoming the best wide receiver pairing in the league. 6 catches, 88 yards, a key 2-point conversion, big third down plays that kept drives alive. These two don't just win their matchups, they tilt the field in Dallas's favor. The run game came alive too. Malik Davis with that explosive 43-yard touchdown burst that flipped momentum, Javonte Williams bringing the power and consistency that Dallas desperately needed. Suddenly, this backfield has rhythm, it has identity, it has balance. But what deserves the loudest appreciation is the defense. The transformation since the bye week is nothing short of stunning. Quinn Williams has anchored this unit with toughness and discipline. Jadeveon Clowney looks rejuvenated, producing like he's a decade younger. DeMarvion Overshawn is finally healthy and causing chaos on every snap. Savion Ravel, a mid-round draft steal, is already playing like a high-end corner. Sam Williams, Osa Odigizwa, Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson, the list of contributors keeps growing. Suddenly, this defense, once ridiculed and dismissed, is attacking, intimidating, and controlling games. This is not luck. This is not coincidence. This is coaching, culture, and confidence aligning at the right time. Jerry Jones said after the game that this team deserves to be in the playoffs. And for once, it doesn't sound like optimism, it sounds like fact. The Cowboys have 3 straight wins since the bye week. They have overcome adversity that could have destroyed their season. They came back from a 21-point deficit. They beat elite quarterbacks on short rest. They're battling, believing, and executing like a team with purpose. And now comes Detroit. Another massive stage, another national spotlight, another chance to prove that this surge is not temporary. If Dallas keeps playing like this, there is no stadium too loud, no matchup too tough, no scenario too big. The Cowboys are no longer fighting for survival. They're fighting for position, for respect, for legitimacy, and they're earning it every single week. This is the Dallas Cowboys team fans have been waiting for. Tough, explosive, resilient, dangerous. A team with fire, a team with momentum, a team with belief. What do you think? Are the Cowboys hitting their stride at the perfect time? Can they finish the climb and punch their ticket to the postseason? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to Cowboys Nation Report, drop a like to support the channel, and stay locked in, because this ride isn't slowing down, it's just beginning.